Well, I was getting a drink of water and I forgot to do my countdown, so we're live. Hello, everyone. See what happens when you expect technology to do what you want it to do, yet user error. So we are here. We're live. Hello, everyone. Great to see you. It's Tracy broadcasting live from Golden Dog Adventure Company headquarters, and I am here tonight with Karen and Maria from Pope Memorial Humane Society in Dover, New Hampshire. How are you guys?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing really well. Glad you guys could join me so that we can talk a little bit more about what you're doing at Pope and your services and your evolution over the last couple of years, as well as your pet food pantry needs. And if you are not familiar with Operation Shop Local Give Hope, Pope Memorial is one of the recipients of that program. It is an effort to not only create awareness of the partners, the Golden Dog partners, that have give back strategies throughout the year, but also to highlight some key organizations in our target area throughout New Hampshire and their increased needs based on what's going on in the economy, going on locally as well. So tonight we're going to focus on Pope Memorial and learn a little bit more about them. So if you guys don't mind, tell us a little bit about what each of you do at Pope Memorial.
Sure. My name's Karen. I'm the executive director over at Pope Memorial, the very new executive director. I've held quite a few roles at the shelter. I kind of fell in love when I started volunteering over 10 years ago, and they couldn't get rid of me. So here I am. But I've done a little bit of everything from, kennel tech to assistant shelter manager, foster care coordinator, helping out with a lot of our different programs, humane education, and now I get to focus on our, strategic mission for the future and all of the exciting things that we're going to be doing moving forward.
Wonderful. Congratulations on your new position. Maria, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I am the first admin assistant. So I joined the team back in March, and I have kind of taken on the role of assisting Karen with some of our like finance tasks or marketing stuff. I've also been doing a lot of help with event planning and fundraising. So I kind of do a little bit of everything on the admin perspective, but I still get to interact with the animals too. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it. Well, very excited to have you both here. I do appreciate you taking time out of your evening so that we can learn a little bit more about what you do. So I know we've had some conversations prior to tonight, and I'd love to share with everyone, what Pope does and kind of this evolution you've taken over the last couple of years, because you're offering a whole host of new things now, and you've got plans for in the future. So if you could share that, that'd be wonderful.
Sure. Yeah. So we've been in the community for just over 40 years now. We just recently celebrated 40 years as a local nonprofit, completely community supported. So partnerships like this are amazing. So thank you for having us. We started off really just serving Stratford County in helping to house animals that needed housing. So we were truly just, not just a shelter, but it was strictly sheltering, providing food, and, hopefully finding new homes for the animals in our care. That really evolved when we were able to open a medical suite and start doing public spay neuters as part of a population management program for the area. And that was years ago, over in the piggery across from the jail in the Stratford County complex.
I remember it well.
Yeah, that's where I started volunteering. So it's kind of crazy to think about where we are now. We're in a new building, and with the space and the support from the community, we've been able to offer a lot back to our community, which is really important to us. So we're still known for our adoption program. We're still a resource for families who may not be able to keep their pets in their homes any longer for whatever reason. There's, a host of reasons that decision might be made. But we're trying to really shift gears and be more of a resource to the community, and help, whenever possible, keep pets at home with the families that love them. So you mentioned our pet food pantry. That's one of the best ways we can give back because it's, really accessible to a lot of people, and it solves a big problem that isn't always thought of. Food is expensive for people and pets, and right now the economy is so unpredictable, and people are facing really tough decisions. Do I feed my dog or do I feed myself? And we never want people to have to make that choice. If providing food is something that we can do to keep a dog or a cat in a home, we're going to provide food from our pantry, no questions asked. So our pet food pantry is, one of the ways we're giving back. We also started offering a lot more low-cost veterinary services for folks. So we do have monthly spay and neuter clinics at a very low cost for dogs and cats. We have a Safe Pet program, which is an emergency boarding program. So if we're working with families in times of transition, whether it's they're facing eviction, whether it's, my lease just changed and I can't keep my pets with me anymore, which we're seeing a lot, unfortunately, we want to provide that safety net so that they don't have to part ways with their pets forever, because pets are part of the family. So we'll offer emergency boarding. At that time, we'll offer free vet care to folks who need it. And that way families can really focus on getting back on their feet before they bring their pet back home, and they know that they'll be reunited. So those are just a few of the bigger programs that we're offering besides our adoption and, surrender programs.
And I love this, how you're offering such a wide variety of services to take care of the community. So could you talk a little bit about how someone qualifies for these services, one, and two, if they're just down on hard times due to a trickle-down effect of what's been happening lately, would they still qualify because they're in a temporary slump, or how does that all work?
Yeah, we really don't require proof that you qualify for one of our programs. We try to remove that barrier as often as we can. We figure if you're showing up for help, you need the help and we want to help. That's what we're here for. So when it comes to the pet food pantry, all we really like to have for information is your name and the pets that we're helping you feed. That way, if we cross paths in the future, we have some record and we know that, oh, your cat was this old at this time and now we're back because we're going to spay or neuter, provide vaccines or whatever. So it's really not proof that you need the help. It's just for our own record keeping purposes. But folks can come by whenever they need to. We try to limit pickups to once a month, but we understand that sometimes you need more food at a given time because of, a temporary situation you might be facing. That's okay. Come by, we'll provide what we have for you. With our low-cost vet services, again, it's just a sign-up process. We have a certain number of slots available just due to our space restrictions, but we're not asking for proof of need or anything like that. We want people to take advantage of our services so that our pets in the community are being taken care of too.
That's wonderful.
So a lot of that information is found right on our website, or, we're a phone call away.
Okay, fantastic. And I know too, we're going to talk a little bit about your pet food pantry needs and other supplies that you need for the holidays, but I just want to give a quick shout out to one of our corporate partners, Pet Supplies Plus in Somersworth, who you had a very successful food drive with this past weekend. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, Maria, do you want to talk a little about how that kind of came about?
Sure. Yeah, so we have been in communication with the owner of Pet Supplies Plus and then also one of their kind of partners, Delise, and we organized this event to have just a food pantry drive at Pet Supplies Plus. So we had a little info table out front, and we were there this Saturday from 10 to 2. And we ended up doing a little discount. So anyone who was purchasing any items specifically for this event, they were getting a 10% discount. So it was another little incentive to get people in the doors. And we ended up leaving Pet Supplies Plus with a full truckload of supplies to bring back to the shelter, which was awesome.
I love when people come together for a great cause. And you said Delise. Are you talking about Delise West from Greg West Photography? Another yes. Golden Dog partner. So there you go. Our Golden Dog partners out there in the community doing good, which is no surprise to me. So I'm wonderful to see how that it's wonderful to see how that all came together. So let's talk a little bit about the needs that you're seeing. I assume there's specific things that you're really finding are needed this time of year.
Yeah. So as far as the pet food pantry, we do see an uptick in pickups with our pantry this time of year. There's so much going on around the holidays, and we totally understand that. So we try to keep our shelves stocked in our pet food pantry. And it is easier for a lot of folks to take small bags of food with them. So the biggest need right now are smaller bags, like 10 pounds or less, bags of dog and cat dry food, as well as cans of wet food for our pantry. And those can be, any brands. Typically, we're looking for all ages, all stages food, but any brands that folks can easily pick up and take with them. We try to be sensitive to the fact that people might be traveling with these bags of food that they're getting. So that's why we try to keep it to small bags, just to make it easier. And any treats for dogs and cats too. We'll send treats as well if folks need treats when they're picking up from the pantry.
Okay, that's great. And I know on our website, at the in the ticker below, the website you see at goldendognh.com, you can learn more about Operation Shop Local Give Hope. And you will find a link to their wish list. And they've also have an Amazon wish list and a Chewy wish list so that you can ship directly to them in Dover, making it very easy for you. But that makes a lot of sense. And I think you had told me when we were talking prior that people could bring bulk food if they were getting a better deal, and you would break it down into the smaller bag sizes?
Absolutely. Okay. Yep, absolutely.
Because sometimes that can be cheaper, or if they have connections with a large manufacturer or something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. Well, there must be additional needs potentially that your organization has. What other, like, planned giving or volunteers? What other types of volunteers or what types of give back can you use now here over the holidays and into 2026?
Maria, do you want to talk a little about some of our programs?
Yeah, definitely. So I'll start off by just saying that we absolutely love our volunteers. So if people are interested in getting involved with the shelter, we could not do the level of what we do without the help of our volunteers. They're there every day of the week helping with laundry, dishes, walking dogs, taking care of the cats, spending time with the small animals, or helping out at events on the weekends and stuff. So really, whatever people are interested in helping with, whether it's direct animal care or kind of the behind the scenes stuff, we appreciate any assistance. And it's just such a fun community to be part of. I know, like, you could ask any staff member and they're like, oh, we love our volunteers. So it's just a great way to get involved. Like, if I didn't work for Pope, I would definitely volunteer. And then other than volunteering, our foster program is a really, really awesome way to get involved and make a difference in animals' lives, especially if you are interested in that more direct animal care, avenue. We always have animals that need kind of that special attention that are just either struggling in the shelter or need to be recovering from any sort of medical reason, and fostering just helps them really get prepared to find their next home, whether that be, recovery or just a quiet space. So fostering is definitely another way for people to get involved and also get some animal time.
Guaranteed dog kisses and
All the perks.
Why do you need to be paid when that is all the payment you need, I know it doesn't put food on the table, but it is a wonderful benefit for sure. Well, and I know that you have a raffle going on, and maybe you've got some other holiday things where people can help donate or support other efforts. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Yeah, so we have a holiday gift guide that we've launched, and we have 3 different kind of categories of things that you can kind of check out. So the first is our Light Up a Life e-cards. So if people are interested in making any sort of donation in honor or in memory of someone and want to send an e-card, we have made special little designs for some of our animals, so you can kind of pick which one fits the gift or the person you're gifting. And you can either have it sent to them electronically, or you can print it out and gift it to them on the whatever day you're seeing them. So we have that way of using the gift guide. We also have our merch website. So if you want to represent, I know, Karen, I think you're wearing one of our crew necks.
Very nice.
We have beanies, crew necks, hoodies, long sleeves, tote bags, you name it.
Which all make great Christmas gifts.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah. Good Christmas gifts, and all of the proceeds, or a portion of the merch proceeds, go back to the shelter. The Light Up a Life e-cards, all of those proceeds are totally come back to the shelter. And then the last kind of avenue is our raffles, which is kind of our big thing that we did this year. So we have different baskets for cat lovers, dog lovers, and then we partnered with a bunch of local dining businesses around the area. So we have a Seacoast dining package that has a bunch of gift cards to local breakfast places, lunch places, all that fun stuff. So definitely, again, good gift options, and all of the proceeds come back to the shelter, which is awesome.
Love that. Well, and if you're listening to this and you're someone who is currently struggling with care for your pets, please reach out to Pope at popememorialcbhs.org for more info, so that they can help you. And maybe you aren't able to support any of the needs that there currently is, or support the raffle or donate. But what you can do is you can share information by following them on Facebook and on Instagram. And that goes a long way in just informing other people who might be able to help. So we really appreciate that. So this has been a great conversation. I'm grateful for everything you guys do. And it's funny, you were talking about the building at the piggery. I mean, we adopted way back when that building was, falling down around, the dedicated volunteers there. And I'm so glad to see when you got your new building. And I'm so excited to hear about all the new things and the new endeavors and initiatives you have coming up. So kudos to all of you guys for the hard work and for the community that backs you. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So I appreciate everyone listening tonight. And before we leave, Karen and Maria, any last words or asks of our community before we part ways?
I would just say, we hinted at it earlier, but we've come a long way, and we're here to support our community. I just want to be very clear about that. If you need help with your pets, we are a judgment-free zone. We're a phone call away, email away, whatever's more comfortable. Whether you need food services from our veterinarians, whether you are facing that, tough choice of whether you might need to rehome your pets, we want that process to be as comfortable and judgment-free as we can possibly make it for you. So we're here to help, and we want people to reach out to help.
Yeah, thank you for saying those words. That's important for people to know that there's no judgment. It is a supportive environment, and it always should be. So thank you for that and for the great work you guys continue to do. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and watch for more information coming on other charitable partners for Shop Local, Give Hope, and do everything you can to support these wonderful organizations. We really appreciate it. Happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.